Mr. Rowe, but the microphone is yours.
Well, thank you, and thanks to Bill Batson, you all, as I know from General Bacon is here, and your Congress only has a
Excuse me, Doc.
we're not getting right anywhere, so thank you.
Behind you, excuse me.
Ryan, last term, I said there are actually three things that poll worse than Congress. He said, look, the world for that is. I said, Lindsay Lohan, meth labs in North Korea. I'm not so sure about North Korea. Thank you for what you all do. This is my sixth term, and I'm a Vietnam era veteran. I spent 13 months in the second ID, Camp Casey, Korea. Probably many of you have been there. And I left the military at a time when it was not very popular to be in the military. We were told not to travel in our uniforms, and that has changed, thank goodness. I think after Desert Shield, Desert Storm, that changed. I grew up in Clarksville, Tennessee, which is the home, as you know, of our 1st Airborne Division, so I have many military friends growing up, and it's been very near and dear to my heart. Our family, essentially every war since this country became a country. And so to be on Veterans Affairs Committee was a real privilege for me, and we took the last couple of years in the 115th, and as I was saying, we checked our Republican and Democrat at the door and focused on doing what's right for veterans. And in this last year, we passed 80 bills, and let me tell you, passing one or two bills is hard. We passed 80 out of the House. Several of them, I will quickly run through them. One is whistleblower protection and accountability bill, where you can fire a poor-performing employee. Number two, the one that I take great pride in, and I use, which is the Forever GI Bill. I know I'm still appreciate to this day that I got $300 a month in 1975. I had a young family and long way, young boy and long way, and I got that for a couple of years, but it sunsetted at 10 years. And as you know, the current GI Bill sunsetted at 15. And we did some other things in there that I take pride in. If you shed blood for this country, if you earn a Purple Heart, I don't care if you haven't served for 10 minutes. This country owes you that. And so we've got that in there, along with some Gold Star and other points. We also, one of the great problems, and I know General Bacon will talk about this maybe some also, one of the things we deal with in our office are appeals reform. Passed a new appeals reform bill. And we also passed the VA Mission Act. And that Mission Act is a very complicated, long bill. And I told the Secretary it will just be another piece of paper that we sign here in Washington unless we roll it out correctly and right. And I also told the Secretary, if we don't roll this out right, I want to go in the witness protection program because my fingerprints are all over it. It will determine how you, as veterans, get your care out of in the VA or outside the VA, a caregiver portion of that bill, and an asset review, which is what the VA is going to look like, not next week or next year, but 20 or 30 or 40 years from now. And that's something we've never done, to start thinking forward about how do we want that organization to look. I'm reading just a little bit of this is a statistic that really shocked me when I read it. Heads and beds, and I practiced medicine for over 30 years before I went off on medication and ran for Congress. I decided not to do that. But 1981 was when there were more people in hospital beds in 1981 than there are today. The population has grown 40% since that time. We have 10% less people. The VA system has to streamline along with that, and they have not done it yet. And that's one of the reasons that I ran again was to work on implementation of this bill. It has been one of the great privileges of my life to serve veterans, and we had a flash, failure. We did not get the Blue Water Navy bill across the finish line. And whatever your thoughts are on that, it's time to get that behind us and move forward. We had it paid for. It hit a little hiccup in the Senate, but we're going to keep working on that and try to get that for my friends who served in Vietnam on the Blue Water, on the surface ships off the Southern coast. And only about 50-something thousand would even be eligible for the benefit. And I told some of my colleagues who might have objected, I said, well, this is not Social Security. You're not going to keep going up. It goes down every day. So there are less and less of us because 523 Vietnam veterans are dying each day that we're here. So I want to thank you for the privilege to be here, and thank you for what you do, and thank you for taking your time to come on the Hill and find out what we do. You can be a lot of help to us. Remember that less than 20% Congress ever put a uniform on, less than 20%. I will tell you, if I open my coat, my big one will still speak. I shined my shoes this morning like I do every morning when I get up from here because of what the military taught me to do in every division. So it made a lifelong impression on me. I keep thinking, why am I doing that? I've been 40-something years ago. I really don't have to do that anymore. But it's just part of my DNA now, I think. And I want to thank each and every one of you for stepping up and for volunteering to serve this great nation. It still is the greatest nation on the face of the earth. And all you have to do is travel around a little bit and find out how good it is. And it wouldn't be that way if it were not for the men and women in this room that stepped up and served. So I salute you and thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
We actually have had a number of members come in. We'd like to welcome Congressman and Air Force veteran Don Bacon. Last time he joined us was for the tsunami, for those of you that remember.
That was a rainstorm.
It went from no rain to it was a flood immediately, and it was outside on the rooftop. So thanks for coming back. And Congressman, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much. Yeah, last time I was here, it was a huge rainstorm, but I got here a little late, and I was walking in as you guys were coming off the rooftop. You were soaked. I was like, what's wrong? What happened to you all, you know? But it was a tough night. I think the Secretary of Defense was there maybe earlier, I believe. But I first want to thank Chairman Rowe. What a great chairman. He leads with honor and respect. And I think with the 80 bills on veterans that he was able to pass out, many of them, or the majority, signed into law by the President through the Senate. And he's a great co-worker here. I want to compliment Secretary of Defense Hagel, also Senator Hagel. He's got a lot of different titles he can give. He's obviously a Nebraskan, where I come from. I'm out of Omaha, Nebraska. Go Big Red, there we go. Well, I'll tell you what's about Secretary of Defense Hagel. I think what sort of embodies the spirit here is, yes, he was a Republican, but he didn't vote as a Republican or a Democrat. He always voted as an American, what he thought was best. Whether you agreed or disagreed on an issue, you know that he did it because his principles align that way. And I think the Hill Vets is important, and this influence is because I think we, in general, I can't speak for all of us, we don't want to say it's 100% unanimity here, but whether Republican or Democrat, most of us that's third or fourth or fifth in our life. You know, I am a person of faith first. I'm an American. When I served, I was an airman, sworn to defend our Constitution. I still have that oath in my heart. I never asked a person in Iraq if they were Republican or Democrat, or when I was in Qatar or Korea, UAE, Bahrain, you name it, all the places I was deployed to. I never didn't know what party affiliation we were, but we had a mission to do, and that's what we focused on. And I was growing up, I was a Reagan volunteer at 13, so I was still, raised in that partisan spirit. However, I know in the end it's about serving our country first, and we know that. And so as the chairman was mentioning, less than 20%, if you look backwards, in the 1970s, 3 out of 4 congressmen were veterans, and senators as well. Then we went down to 17%. That was the lowest point. That was in the 114th Congress. Then the 115th, we went to 19%. And then this last election, we went backwards a little bit again. I think we're at 18%. We gained many veterans, but we lost a lot of veterans as well. And I think that we need that influence. Most of those veterans, most of the folks I work with across the aisle are veterans because we want to work together and solve problems. And I think that we need the same thing on the staffs. I was just talking earlier, someone said 1.8% of the congressional staffs are veteran. We need more. We need more of you because that creates teamwork, that spirit of putting the country first. I just got to brag in our office, we're 35% veteran in our office. So we of course I worked with a few of them after 30 years of being in the Air Force, so sometimes you hire a lot of folks that you know that you trust. But I was just thinking during my time in the service, we learned a few things. I think all of us did. So some of the things I learned, yes, America is the strongest country in the world. We produce, yes, the best aircraft, the best ships, the best tanks, but ultimately that's not our strength. It's our values that makes us strong. The belief in human dignity, liberty, and that gives us more strength than anything else that we have. The free market system gives us strength, and it makes us a light in the world out there. So we know that our values ultimately are what is most important. I would say we also know that we can't do it alone, even though we're the strongest country in the world. We know that we got to work with allies. And that, yes, we're the country that must be there to defend freedom, but we can't be the only one because we will fail over time. And then we have to be that leader, a gentle leader, pulling a larger coalition with us. And I saw that in Iraq. I saw it in Afghanistan when I was there. Fact is, when I served in Iraq, yeah, we brought most of the muscle, most of the people, but I know our allies brought a lot of good thinking that we would not have been able to, probably would have brought to the table without their influence. How to engage some of those who were maybe, or were enemies, but maybe we could bring them over. Our spirit was, let's kill them. But the British and Australians saw that in the organization I was in there to say, we can reach out to some of these guys and pull them over. We got to figure out who can be pulled over and who can't. And I was just, we wouldn't have done that on our own, I don't think. So we are stronger with allies. If I'll just say, we look at what's going on in the Middle East today. We just lost 4 Americans today in Syria. We know that even if ISIS doesn't control any territory, they're still a threat. Al-Qaeda is still a threat. And we can disagree on some of the strategy and tactics, but yet we know that we still have a war there. And that even if we pull out, that threat's not going away. So we have to figure out how do we maintain our presence and prevent them from attacking over here with the right amount of money and investment. We got to find that strategy to do that. But we know we just can't pull out and leave a void. And we got to work with our allies in the process of doing that. So that's what we bring to the table. That's our influence. And so we need you, we need more of you. And so, boy, I appreciate serving those who serve on whatever staffs you're on. We appreciate the veterans from whether the representatives to wherever you're at, wherever you serve. Thank you so much. And it's always good to see our fellow Nebraskan who serves as Secretary of Defense. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Congressman. And we had obviously a very contentious election that we just got through. It looks like we're already in another contentious election. But one of the refreshing things about this past election for me was just the huge number of veterans running for Congress. And we have at least 3 of them, maybe more, of the victors sitting here with us tonight. We had almost 200 members of Congress run for office that were veterans. We actually came in a little bit short from where we've been previously. Right now there are fewer veterans in Congress than there has been in a very, very long time, something like 96, which I think puts us at about 17% or something to that effect. In terms of staff, as the Congressman noted, we're going to release our State of Veterans on Capitol Hill report on Friday. We've already actually sent that to Congress. And he's right, less than 2% of Hill staff have any military experience. And that's worse than any federal agency by a lot. The lowest federal agency is somewhere around 8%. So without further ado, let's really get excited for these 3 next members who we have joining us. Gil Cisneros, Chrissy Houlihan, and Jason Crow. I apologize, sorry. Well, Gil, I think you were here first. If you want to give us a couple minutes on the mic, and then we'll go with Mr. Lynn.
Sure.
How's everybody doing? So I'm Joel Cisneros. I'm from California, the 39th Congressional District there. I'm a Navy veteran. I joined the Navy when I was 18 years old, right out of high school. Was very fortunate that I got picked up for a Navy ROTC scholarship. And the Navy's done a lot for me. I look back on my years of service very fondly. All the education I have has come through the Navy, whether it be ROTC, tuition assistance, and then using the new GI Bill to go into